In a role-playing game, you sometimes deal with internal politics. I'm not talking about the kind that occur in the game, but you have politics that occur between the players. How do you deal with difficult players? How do you deal with a player who is more powerful and outpacing the rest of the party? Perhaps they're a veteran who has played this game for years, whereas the rest are perhaps not still wet behind the ears, but still very green, and yet to come into their own. In a campaign that I am currently running off and on, I have such a player. He's been playing since the earliest editions of Dungeons & Dragons. And now we play in Pathfinder. And he is too genre savvy for his own good. He can't help it. He's just been playing that long. And so how do you deal with a player like that? Normally he's fully aware of his experience and actively throttles certain things back so that the rest of the players can have an enjoyable experience and give them their own room to grow. Unfortunately, his current character is a bit of a sociopath and has no reason to play nice with the other party members. So whenever he encounters a problem, he rushes headlong into it and solves it himself, usually well before the rest of the party even figures out what's going on. He and I both realize this is a problem, and he's playing his character truthfully, and I give him full applause and respect for that. But he and I have worked to try to solve this matter on a number of occasions. One solution I came up with, and this is the focus of the topic at hand, is how do you deal with a character or a player that the moment you present them with something, they rush headlong into it, preventing any intrigue or interesting plot developments that might arise from a recurring villain, because they defeat it too quickly. How do you come up with a villain that isn't so overly overpowered that it gives the experienced and power gamer a challenge without annihilating the rest of the party outright? The solution I came up with, and that I share with you and give you full permission to use, as I have given several other dungeon masters, is called the Sapphire Society. Inspired in some part by the Court of Owls from the Batman mythos, as well as other Illuminati-style organizations, the Sapphire Society is not technically a villain, but it can serve the point of an antagonist in your campaign easily enough. The Sapphire Society is a gestalt hive mind of intelligent items, living within sapphires, encased in various gems, brooches, and other jewelry, maybe encrusted hilts of weapons, crowns. Anywhere you might find a sapphire, it could be one of these sentiences. And what does the society want? It wishes to protect mankind, or elfkind, or whatever setting you put it in. It wishes to protect them, usually from themselves. So if your magus is researching forbidden lore, they might find their textbooks missing. Because what the Sapphire Society's most dangerous ability is it has the ability to temporarily take control of whoever is wearing that item. So the king might not be aware of his own actions, or the bridesmaid might attempt an assassination at the wedding. Not in control of their own will. But again, the Sapphire Society is not malevolent. They are incredibly polite. My players have frequently received handwritten notes, in their own handwriting, of course, thanking them for their assistance and apologizing for the inconvenience. Meanwhile, their latest trove of occult knowledge has simply gone missing, because they were hijacked by an item of jewelry that had been slipped onto their person by an agent of the society, and then taken control over them, and caused them to dispose of the materials or send them off to wherever. And so we have, all at once, a villain that you cannot possibly kill, because unless you plan on physically destroying every sapphire and gem in the entire land, you'll never get all of them. And they aren't antagonistic. They don't outwardly attempt to kill the party, but they simply wish to protect humanity from themselves. And so they are a nuisance. They get in the way. Usually, if the party is investigating some particular thing, the society might step in and say, "We don't want you to do that. That's dangerous. We're protecting you." Oh, and sorry for the inconvenience. Thanks for watching.